Yes. Hi, Seth.
Greetings to you.
I wanted to ask you about my friend Matt. So, we've been friends for like about 15 years, and we became interested in various like metaphysical things over the years. And actually, like 13 years ago, we went to a Seth workshop in Boston with one of your former students. And at that workshop, someone gave us an Abraham CD, and then we were Abe followers for a while, and I've always really enjoyed, my conversations with him. And, it feels like we've been on kind of the same journey as we discuss different topics and how they fit into the teachings. But over the last few years, we sort of diverged. And, he's now into like what a lot of people would call like conspiracy theories. And I really struggle to talk to him now because so much of what he says just doesn't resonate with me at all. And I was wondering if you had any advice on, how I can reconnect with him, or how I could at least become like more accepting of his new viewpoints.
It's a lovely, beautiful question. The answer to every problem is always love, but we will be more specific. In this journey of ascension, in the paths that you are all creatively taking towards your evolutionary growth, you're going to encounter many people who have had many experiences and have a wealth of information and a body of information that may have heretofore been undiscovered. At times, it can be difficult to remember that when you encounter beliefs of others, it can be difficult to remember the examination process and what other beliefs are based on. Let me not discount the validity of your friend Matt's experiences, but let us understand at some level, when you say conspiracy theories, there is the implication that there is a good and there is an evil. I am not discounting the validity of experiences that people have, for they believe in the concepts of good and evil. And of course, they are going to experience realities that are the evidence of the truth of their beliefs, as you all do. When your friend Matt was on his path as well, as many people do, they come upon the information that he has come upon. And of course, there is validity to what you would call conspiracy theories. There is validity because there is evidential proof, is there not, of some of these theories? Of course, there is. So, therefore, then it must be true. However, it is important to understand that just because it is true in a reality does not mean that it must be true in yours. And this is a very fine point. And this is a conversation that is had when the discussion, the morality of good and evil, the morality of good and bad occurs. But it is a discussion that can be applied to anything. You have the choice when you come upon a belief. In this case, you will use your conspiracy theory. You have a choice, such as the complete and sacred nature of your free will, to decide if you will incorporate that aspect of that truth into your reality. And here's where a lot of humans get confused. Just because there is a truth in a reality does not mean that it must be, from a quantum perspective, a truth in yours. And what does that mean? The idea of conspiracy theories includes and incorporates a belief structure of good and evil, good and bad. You have a choice to believe that the world is only good. Now, this is going to be difficult for most people to accept this belief because there's so much evidence that there are bad people, that there is evil in the world. There are people who are experiencing spiritual aspects with evil entities, negative entities, yes? But remember the unlimited power of your existence. It doesn't matter what everyone else has experienced or believes. You at all times, and the same is true for Matt, have the choice to decide which you will believe and which you will not. Even so, to the point of you believing that your world and everyone in it is good, that your universe and every spiritual being in it is good, that your galaxy and every extraterrestrial in it is good and benevolent and only wants to help and serve and love. You can choose to believe this, even though there is a mountain of evidence that says you're wrong, you see. And this is how humans have traversed their physical realities. If there is the evidence that something is the truth, then it becomes the truth to the person. And this is what has occurred with your friend Matthew, you see. He maybe forgot along the way that believing in those realities was a decision. It was a choice, and it's one that he made. Now, he made that choice to experience those aspects of a life that includes conspiracy theories, conversations, rendezvous, people who are like-minded. And so why you are feeling incongruent in this relationship now with Matthew is because the energies, everything is energy, yes, including yours. And so your energy is more along the loving path, wanting to believe and hope in the impossible, in the magical, in the sacred and the divine aspects of life, physical life and non-physical. And Matt's energy is resonating within a belief construct that contains good and bad, good and evil. And so remember here that the love that you have in this relationship is still good. It does still feel good. What you are sensing with your sense data here is the differences in the energetic frequencies between you and him. This does not have to be a problem. As a matter of fact, as you continue to evolve and expand, you want to get comfortable with understanding that when you feel this energy variance between you and another entity, another person, a person who is an unlimited spiritual being having a physical experience, that is, when you detect the energy variance between the two, to always understand that it is not the person, it is the energy then that you are sensing. And your question is what do you do? What is your response when you detect the variance in your energy between you and another person? Yes? And I will give you the answer that is extended to all of you in physical form. We who are in non-physical, clearly we resonate different energies. Yes? But we are able to be more harmonious, more congruent then with the energy in non-physical without the construct and limitations of human bodies. And we extend you the understanding first of the recognition of who you are. You are us. We are you. Then you see, and it is okay for each of you to be different. It is okay for each of you to be learning at different rates. It is the love that you would extend to a family member, to a beloved best friend, a parent, the quantifiable, unconditional love. It is perfectly acceptable that Matthew is exploring this path. You would like him to explore a path that encourages the energy that is more in harmony with your current vibration, of course, but he is exploring something a little different. And the ability to be comfortable with any other human being that is vibrating at a different frequency than you always comes back to, what are you thinking about him? Remember that your discomfort is a reflection of your own energy shifting as a result of your thoughts about what you're observing. So, do you think that Matthew is wrong?
No.
Why are you uncomfortable then?
Um, I guess it was just that, you know, for so many years it felt like we were on the same page with things, and it was just the how different it was now. And again, like, I don't think he's wrong. I just
Do you have to be on the same page with everyone in order to enjoy a very fulfilling relationship?
no.
Laughter, simple things, music, movies, conversations. Do people have to be on your page? Do they have to believe what you believe? Do they have to think like you do?
No, I don't think I was trying to say that everyone should
What
think.
we're, no, we're trying to get to the heart of your discomfort. Yes?
Yeah,
What is it that makes you uncomfortable now with the interactions now?
I feel like it was just like our conversations now are just, they just make like they are just uncomfortable, like I mentioned, and things that we had already talked about and sort of, figured out how they probably worked. Now he was suddenly just had entirely different view, and I just couldn't understand
Why he
how
changed
he
his
could get
mind?
there from
Yeah,
where we were. So
you
yeah,
would like, yes. And so you miss the feeling of connectedness that was had previously before he moved down this path. Yes?
yes.
The other feeling was much more joyful and
Hmm.
satisfying. Yes?
Yes.
And it can still be. It can still be. The adjustment here is within the framework of your thoughts, then. And with the alteration of what you are thinking about his current stance in his evolution, it can be just as joyful again, you see. The conversations and the information and the activities that caused you to feel in complete harmony with another person was a condition. Yes? The condition is no longer present. And so your emotions are observing that because the condition has changed, the level of satisfaction has changed. Is that correct?
It sounds like it.
Then the issue is a conditional one. And it is a reflection of an examination that can be done very simply within your own framework. Then, do you need that condition to be present? And it is a question. Do you need that condition to be present to experience that fulfilling relationship with this friend?
I mean, I would try not to need that.
And so this would then be the work. I do not need this condition to be present to still have a very fulfilling relationship with my friend. There are many, many other things that we resonate with, and it will be very easy for us to find those things and continue to enjoy. It's perfectly acceptable that he wants to explore this other avenue for the time being. We do not resonate with it now, but we resonate on so many other things that we can still enjoy doing together. I do not need this condition to be present to enjoy this friendship. You see how that felt different?
Yes.
And so conditions are a slippery slope for humans, but it is only through the examination process I am feeling uncomfortable. Why am I feeling uncomfortable? I am feeling uncomfortable because it is not the same. The condition has changed and now I'm not feeling as much joy. I prefer to feel more joy. The condition then does not have to be present in order for you to enjoy this connection with this relationship. It's an attachment. Conditions are attachments, you see, and they can be released just as easily as they're identified. The work is really in the examination period. If you can alter your belief that that was the only way that you could enjoy that friendship, those were the only conditions, that was the only construct with which you could feel that resonance, that harmony with your friend. And that is not the truth. There are thousands of other things that can be enjoyed together that you will experience just as much joy with this friend. Do you see?
Yes.
Only one condition changed, but there are so many others that you would enjoy together. If you can alter that belief, then you can alter the experience with your friend. Does not mean that your friend is going to change his position on conspiracy theory. That is not the goal here. The goal is to increase your enjoyment of the relationship. Yes? And
Yeah.
the way that you do that is by altering your belief about it, that the relationship was formed and based on this one condition. It is not. You have a history with this friend that is beyond this life. There are many other things that the two of you enjoy. What you want is to identify the other things that the both of you enjoy doing together so you can resume that joyful feeling again. Yes?
Yes.
Release the need or the belief or the understanding that this relationship was enjoyable because of one condition. You understand?
Yes.
You can create whatever relationships you want that does not impede the free will of the others that you would like to have the relationship with, that can be just as joyful. Release the condition of that friendship and allow for the fact that there are many other experiences that the two of you can have together that will be just as joyous to you. And resume the relationship you want. Alter the belief and release that condition. Release the attachment that he was your friend that you were growing and evolving and sharing these experiences with. And let me tell you why that's important. There are others who are going to come into your path who are also growing and expanding at the vibratory level where you are. You understand?
Yes.
And those just as joyous relationships are going to have some energetic difficulty manifesting if you've got a condition on this one. You understand the ebb and flow of the energy I am speaking of now?
Yes.
Yes. So you had a conditional understanding, belief about a relationship in a friendship with one person that made you feel uncomfortable. The energy of that discomfort is not in harmony with the expansiveness of the others coming into your experiencing, whom you are also going to enjoy continuing the journey with. And so you're going to be accomplishing more than just one thing. You're going to be creating a relationship again with this individual that you will enjoy very much. But in the process of releasing the condition there, you are opening yourself to allow the other beings to come in to your experience, which you are going to find just as enjoyable as you did in the past with Matthew. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's all about the movement of energy. And this is an easy fix for you, so it will not be difficult. And you will see in about 3 to 7 days, every day, affirming your new belief. There are so many other things that he and I can enjoy doing together that I'm going to enjoy doing just as much as I enjoyed doing that other thing. And watch what happens. That was not the only thing that we could enjoy together. Release the limitation on the friendship.